welcome to Nestology. We are your host. I'm Shelley.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we're going to talk about selling during the holidays.
That's why we have the Christmas music.
Christmas music! Yay!
Everyone's getting into the holiday spirit, hopefully.
I just love this song.
Yeah. You got to hold it closer. Yeah, we're not super techie. She's just playing it from her phone, so
Nobody
it's probably
can see us.
it's probably going to sound awful.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay.
It's like when I saw it the other day, a listing where the pictures are a picture of a screen with the picture of the house.
Wow.
So, oh my God, it's so bad. I'll have to show that listing to you. But yeah, I kind of feel like that's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Michael Bublé.
So decorating for the holidays
Yay,
while trying to sell.
Here.
Well, it's hard if you're trying to sell your house while going through the holidays because they're stressful enough.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Well, that's the question I get a lot. So we thought we would talk about this now. Now, some of you probably already decorated because you probably decorated in October, and
I know.
everybody starts so early.
After Thanksgiving.
I do too. I won't decorate till December, or at least after Thanksgiving, because I like fall. I want to keep my pumpkins and my fall colors, and
I do too personally, but I know a lot of people that decorate super early.
Yep.
And I'm like, more power to you. I get it, but I'm a fall gal, and I love just all of that. Of course, I love Christmas too, but I will not decorate until after Thanksgiving.
Yes, same. But when people are getting ready to put their house on the market, I get this question. It's, can we still decorate? Can we put lights up? Can we put our tree up? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So selling during the holidays. And a lot of people ask too, is this a bad time? It is not the busiest time of the year to sell, especially between Thanksgiving and Christmas is not like the most ideal because people are busier. But it does mean you get like the more serious buyers that go out. The people,
I don't think so.
those looky-loos who just pop into an open house for the fun of it, people don't have time right now.
Yeah.
They're busy doing all the things, especially if you've got like kids in school. So you add in all the school programs and concerts and parties. So, but there's less listings to compete with normally. Historically,
we cannot say those normal and historically speaking anymore. I'm sorry. I've got to stop saying those things.
I know.
The last 6 years, nothing has been normal. We know that, right? So it's like, yeah, there is no normal. So
it's
can we
higher.
just talk about how it is now.
How it is now. We do have higher than normal inventory levels, and it's a buyer's market right now. But there are people out there that have to sell. Some things happened. You can't wait. You need to put on the market. It's you just have to make a plan with your agent on what to do to make the most of the market that we're in.
So can you still decorate? I mean, I'm just curious because I know that sometimes, I don't know, could that offend somebody if you are decorating for Christmas and maybe they don't celebrate Christmas?
I think you just have to find the right balance. It's still your holiday and you need to enjoy the time with your family. So
good point.
Just do what makes sense for you. Like I said, I'm going to share some tips on what to do and not do. But it is your holiday still. So trying to appeal to everyone else if that's going to ruin your holiday. If you have little ones who are into Santa and that special Christmas morning and you say, no, we're not doing a tree or stockings, you're ruining their Christmas. That's going to be awful.
Yes, don't do that.
You can make some adjustments possibly, but don't not celebrate your holiday because you're trying to sell your house. So
live your life.
First thing I would recommend is photograph the house before you decorate because you're only decorating for a few weeks for some of us, I guess months.
Decide in the middle of the holiday.
We'll make it work. But if you can.
Can AI fix that?
I don't know.
Take out the Christmas lights.
Yeah, I don't know. I get into a lot of arguments because my friend Chat, he does not always listen because, yes, I mean, he's taken out the Christmas tree and things, but then he resizes it and it doesn't fit the sizing for MLS. So it's not always perfect. You can have virtual editing done where you actually have a professional, not AI, do it if that's what you feel you need to do. The reason I say that, though, is if you do know before going into the holidays. So, I know it's a little late in the season this year, but for our listeners in 2026 that are finding this episode, plan ahead. Take pictures before you decorate because come January 2nd, if your house is still in the market, which it's a slower market right now. It probably still is. You will have pictures that are up to date, because how weird does it look to see a listing in February that has a Christmas tree up? You're like,
that would be really weird.
and you know automatically. I've seen over this past year, we've had houses on the market for 6 months. There were ones I saw in May that had Christmas decorations up in the
Oh, I
pictures.
didn't think about that. Okay.
So you can always reshoot, and that's probably the solution we would take here, is do pictures again after January when you take your decorations down. But if you know in advance, do pictures first. I would keep decorations simple, warm, neutral, not a ton of variation, like the pink tree, but then red and green over here. You don't want it to be clashing. So
Okay.
I will say keep it simple sophistication. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, yes.
Do you know what that's from?
No.
Okay, so when I told you that horoscope book thing that I read,
Oh, yeah.
I still have to read you yours.
Yeah.
There was a book. This book was at a house that I stayed at on our trip.
Sophistication. Yes, that's you. That's why I was like,
That was my birthday. Shelley is flamboyant.
go figure.
That was hers. I turned the page and it's the day of flamboyance. And I was like, yes.
That's totally me.
But I'll have to share
you.
you
Read the whole thing. You said that you couldn't send it to me because it was too small and I wouldn't be able to read it.
because your old eyes. So I've got it on my phone.
Glasses?
But it was so funny because I was at my friend's house when I came back and I told her about the book and I was like, it was fascinating. I didn't agree fully with mine. I didn't sound like, this is
Read
just
it
kind
to
of fun.
me.
I know.
Let me hear.
So, but my kids and my husband were so accurate and they were kind of rolling their
Everybody
eyes at
but
me.
you?
Yes. They were rolling their eyes at me though when I was, because they don't buy into this stuff. I think it's just fun. I'm not going to like make life decisions based off my horoscope, but it was like 2 pages and it's specific to your birthday, not just like your sign. But yeah, it was fascinating. It was a ton of info. But yeah,
Gosh, I need to know about this
I'm going to read you yours.
flamboyant self of me. Of mine. I don't know. Me, mine. I don't know.
But yeah, I was telling my friend and she goes, hold on. She ran into the other room. She goes, I have the book. She's like, I bought this back in college. I saw it at a bookstore and thought it was so neat. So
my
she still has it. But yeah, so I used that opportunity to take some pictures of the pages for yours so that I could read it to you.
Oh, fun. This is going to be really fun.
I won't try to
can tell.
hurt your eyes.
You're smiling too big for this. When is it going to be? Are we going to read it on the call or?
Oh no, well, it's a lot of stuff. We can look at it after, but
Okay.
I guess I can link the book if people want to check it out. But it was just fun,
Entertaining.
because I read it. It was a day that it was like chilly, rainy morning on our trip, and we didn't have any plans that morning. So I was just curled up in the window seat, looking out over the Ohio River and having my coffee and reading everyone their horoscopes. And yeah, my boys, I'll read you theirs too, because theirs are spot on. It is so funny. The words in there, it was just perfect.
I want to know.
But anyway, back to decorating.
That's
Simple
cute.
sophistication.
Yes, that's where
So-
I heard that from.
Yes.
It's you.
So keeping it simple, soft lighting, and this is where you kind of have fun with it, because yeah, we do get a lot of really neat lights. You're going to have all twinkly lights all over your tree and maybe on the banister. So you get to add some kind of cozy warmth. If you can have a fire going. If you're going to be just stepping out, if you're gone all day, don't leave the fire on all day. But
Yeah, fire.
if your agent's going to be there for the showing, like I at some of my listings, and I can turn it on beforehand, but it makes it so cozy and it gives that.
Ooh, simmer pot.
Yes, well, that's one of them is scents. So
You and your simmer pots.
I do love a simmer pot.
I know. You're going to have that, wouldn't you, in the
Don't.
open house?
I haven't done one at an open house before. I have baked cookies before though. Put cookies in the oven, like the pre-made ones at the store.
yeah.
But yeah, on that with scents, keep it simple. Don't go crazy. Regardless of time of year, don't use plugins. They smell so fake, and it smells like you're trying to cover something up. I've had people who really just can't stand the smell of those and will actually leave. So you're going to drive people out of the house, which is not the goal. Keep it to like a pine, vanilla, cinnamon. You can do the simmer pot, because you could run the simmer pot before you leave and then just leave it sitting there, and it's going to makes the house smell so good.
I love those. I think you gave me ingredients one year from
I did.
the simmer pot. I loved
did.
that.
They're fun.
Hint, hint.
Yes. Okay. I got obsessed with them, and my mother-in-law, she gave me a bag or 2 of cranberries. She's like, I've had these in my freezer forever, and they were like 5 years old or something. And I was
my
like,
gosh.
I don't know that I'm going to bake with these because they may not
Yeah.
taste great anymore. But the Simmer pot doesn't care how
I
old.
know. I was like, what was it? Cinnamon sticks and oranges and
Orange peel.
orange peel, cranberries.
Yep. Some cloves.
Some cloves. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did make everything smell so good.
My kids love it.
My
'Cause
kids loved it. When
homeschooling.
they came over, they were like, oh, it smells so good. Is that a candle?
Oh,
Like, oh, cinnamon pot.
homeschooling, they get up in the winter mornings. They come out with their blankets and we'll have a fire going to do school. And they're like, turn on a simmer pot and make hot cocoa. Like, you guys are so spoiled.
Oh my goodness.
Adding stuff, like I said, keeping it simple. We don't want to go too crazy with the amount of things that you're bringing in. So decorate, but maybe don't bring all the things out, because everything that you put into the space is clutter. It's taking away from the square footage that people see of the house. So if you go all out and every surface is covered in decorations, it makes the space feel more cramped. So keeping it more to the simple, keep it to your favorite things, have your tree, have your stockings. But if you're one of those that has like 50 boxes of decorations, maybe don't bring all of it down. If you typically have to scooch furniture around to make room for the Christmas tree, you may want to put something like a chair or something in the garage to allow room for it. Because, I mean, I know for us, our living room doesn't naturally have a place for a tree. So whenever we add it, we're scooching furniture around and it gets tighter. You want to make sure you have your big pathways to walk through. So if you are cramming that tree in, like taking that extra chair out of the room and putting it in the garage or in storage may help to not make the space feel so cluttered. And like I said, you want to, typically you're going to have 3 or 4 people at that showing, agents and the buyers, maybe some kiddos. And so if you have so many people walking through the house and they're having to like twist, turn to go around the couch, that's not a great feeling.
Okay. That seems smaller.
Yes, it feels cramped. Okay, so then the things that you don't want to do. You don't want to over decorate or block views. Like I said, you don't want it to be too cluttered. But imagine like curb appeal. You have those giant inflatables bouncing all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
people aren't going to see like your beautiful front porch or the architectural details of the house.
The landscaping.
Having some lights and garland, maybe a wreath on the front door, some simple things, but don't go all out with all the things because people can't see it. Or like, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where he puts all the things on the roof. Like,
Yes.
how are you going to be able to inspect the roof with all that stuff up there?
Right.
So you also, I guess with it, imagine all those tripping hazards too, all those lights and cords, his massive thing of cords that he plugs into.
Yeah.
So you don't want to make it a tripping hazard either. So I would stay away from that. You also inside don't want to block important things like beautiful built-ins in the house. So just keep in mind where you are placing things. Use it more as accents to highlight the areas. So if you have a beautiful mantle and fireplace, having some decorations on the fireplace, a staircase, some of these houses I've seen a lot that have like those circular or curved staircases,
Right.
where you have like the perfect place for a tree right there at that curve. Like, amazing. You get to highlight that space that 99% of the time when we show it is empty and you're not getting to use it. So highlighting those architectural details with it. Don't put up a lot of overly personal things, just like any time of the year. But if you have ornaments that have your kid's face and birthday on it,
Oh, yeah.
keep in
I
mind
didn't think about that, but you're right.
the personal things. And on that same note, with the things that you put on the tree, this is not the time to put up grandma's antique ornaments that you inherited. You may not have kids and pets in your house, but imagine that you do have someone who comes in with some toddlers and or we call them
Something
the
happens.
big bottoms coming through and bump into a tree and you lose an ornament.
Big bottoms.
That's
Never heard
so
that before.
you remember Wendy, my stager, who we had on. That's whenever she's going through a space, when she's deciding if there's enough of a walkway, she's like shaking her butt around. She goes, "We got to make room for the big bottoms coming through."
Oh my goodness, I've never heard that.
So yeah, that's again, if you have cramped spaces and you do have people who are twisting and moving through the house and they bump into this stuff. Same, like, well, I'm not a fan of putting table sets out. Like, I don't decorate or stage with china dishes on the table. I like the more simple staging look, but I've seen a lot of people who do it, but this is not the time to bring out like grandma's china that you use for
Super
Christmas.
valuable, expensive stuff that could get broken.
Valuable or sentimental, like I said, because like I have some of my grandma's ornaments. They're so fragile. They're very thin now and they're glass. I'm not going to take chances when I have people coming
Makes
over.
total sense. Yes.
They already get super secured to the very top of the tree where my kids and my dog won't reach them. But I would just be careful about those things because, especially sentimental, there's no replacing that. So just don't take that risk of having grandma's china out on the table when you have showings. When you're actually showing the house. So some tips there. Like I said, safety and curb appeal. If you have a lot of things that are out in the yard with cords running, you don't want to trip anybody. So keep that in mind. Make sure your house numbers are visible. If you put up decorations and it blocks the mailbox number or the house numbers, sometimes people have trouble finding which house. Keep it cozy. Like I said, turning on the fire if you can, having nice smelling things beforehand if you have time. Keep the heat on. Don't turn the heat off. If you are showing a vacant house or you're out of town for a week, don't turn the heat off. It makes showings miserable. So I was doing
people to be comfortable.
And this is an occupied one. Yesterday, I went to an inspection and we were shivering. We had our coats on in the house and we were shivering. And they were gone for the day, so they turned the heat off and we were so cold. So make it comfortable. And if you do have a coat rack by the front door, you can even put a little sign up that encourages people to take off their coats and hang them up because it's not a huge deal, but when we're looking at houses, we are in and out. So we are going outside in the elements and we're cold and we've got our coats and hats on. And then we go into a house and it's nice and cozy, but then we're carrying our coats around or we're getting overheated wearing our coats in the house. So if you make it comfortable and people want to take off their coats, they're going to stay longer and make them feel comfortable. So let them experience that. Like encourage people to have a seat. I've seen some people set out snacks, like some cookies out and make them comfortable, make them want to stay inside and hang out for a bit so they feel at home.
Nice.
Keep it clean. I mean, that's always something, but I know it's hard this time of year with so much going on. Another reason to keep it simple with your decorations because it's just more to dust if you have a lot of things out. Scheduling. This is another big one that we run into. So scheduling showings. So you have a lot going on for the holidays. Most people are not going to be looking on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but there's other things that happen around there where maybe you host the big family thing that's a week before Christmas. Don't go out of your way to, don't cancel holiday plans in order to hope you get a showing that day. Live your life. If you hate hosting, this is me telling you, you should not host any parties. Tell your family that you're not going to host this year because I said so.
Put it on, Jessica.
It is your agent saying you have to keep the house show ready. Now, if you love hosting, do it. Tell your agent in advance. Say, hey, on, the 18th, I am hosting and I'm going to need the 17th to get ready and cook. And I need the 19th for cleanup. So block showings those days. And we'll block it for those few days. We'll put it in there. That way you're not dealing with requests and agents calling or the showing service blowing up your phone with requests.
Don't get all stressed out while you're in the middle of cooking for the holiday family meal. And you're like, oh my gosh, we have to get out.
Yep. Because even if you can reject it, then you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, should we just go? Should we just step out and try to No, just enjoy your time. We'll block it off. That way you're not getting the alerts. You can just take a break for those few days. But just discuss it with your agent. Let them know and enjoy your holidays. I mean, we get it. Being business owners, we do not always get to celebrate the holidays the right way either. So we know that this stuff interrupts.
We do.
We've had those. Have you had anybody call you on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Of course. Yeah.
They want you to do a loan application?
All the holidays, yes. I specifically remember one on Easter. There was like a loan emergency that I had to step away from a family gathering to do an application specifically on Easter because it was an emergency and it had to be done then. I'm like, you would think I'm an ER doctor. Yeah, there's been a few times, but I will also say that probably in more recent years, I've probably had better boundaries. I hate to say it that way, but it's like, I'm sorry, there's just probably 5 days out of the entire year that I might be putting my phone down and be really present with my family.
Yep.
I think I kind of deserve that.
Buy the chicken.
Buy the chicken.
Yeah. We, the one that I remember the most is a Mother's Day. So I got a call. Someone wanted to see a house that I had listed on Mother's Day. And I asked if they had an agent and they said yes. And they said, but it's Mother's Day, so we didn't want to call and bother her. And I was like, yeah, I'm a mother too. And I'm celebrating Mother's Day right now.
Yeah.
And she's getting paid. She's your agent, so I think you should call her. There was another one. I've had a lot of work on Mother's Day, ironically.
Interesting.
But I have one that we got her offer accepted. She was a single mom, and her offer got accepted on Mother's Day.
Oh, really?
I was so excited. We were driving to my in-laws to go have lunch, and I got to call her and tell her that. So sometimes I don't mind it, but yes, setting boundaries is important.
It's just,
because,
we're available really 24/7.
Yeah.
24/7 and, all the things, but there's just a few days that I just, I really need to be present for my family. My kids grew up just like yours are growing up, in this world where we're always on the phone, we're always on the go, and we're always doing things for others. So
Yeah.
on a specific holiday, Christmas, I'm probably not going to answer the
Yep.
phone. I'm just not, because I'm going to be present with my family.
Yep. I know. And I've learned to set those boundaries too and tell people, I'll call you tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm not going to do it
on this, and it'll be, we'll get it done. We'll get it done.
Yeah. This pace of life we have with the age of technology, everything happens so fast, and everyone feels like they need everything right now.
Right now.
I really need to teach my kids this too, because they're used to like, well, I want this. Can't you order on Amazon and have it delivered today? And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous.
Different world. I
Oh
know.
my gosh.
I know.
But-
This is great advice that you got. Some of these things I didn't even think about.
Yes. Well, best of luck if you are trying to sell your house during the holidays. I hope this helps. But just remember, this is your holiday, so enjoy it. And
Absolutely.
I mean, it's only, in the grand scheme of things, it's only a few weeks. And we've seen with this market lately, a lot of houses are taking months to sell. So,
Enjoy.
you're not going to lose a buyer because you decline one showing, because you're having festivities with your family. So,
Very good advice.
and don't make your kids cry because they don't have their tree up for their presents.
They don't have their
They don't have their tree
Don't
because mine are
worry
hitting.
about it.
Oh my gosh, it goes by so fast. Mine, they're getting to that point now where they're just like, eh. There's some activities that they still enjoy, especially around food. So if we're going to make cookies, they're good.
Always about
But then I'm
for
like,
your boys.
oh, let's drive around and look at Christmas lights. I'm like, no, that's boring.
I know. Mine kind of stopped. Yeah, they're like, what? I'm like, get in your pajamas. Let's get our hot cocoa and go look at lights. And they're like, meh.
I love that. I remember doing it as a kid, and I don't know why. I'm like, but we're going to have hot cocoa
leave
and
the kids at home.
we'll go.
Boys, just kidding.
Well, they apparently don't want to. Maybe. Yeah, it's hard as they get older. So if you do have little ones, just enjoy it.
I know, because they
Grow up.
and move to France.
Mine aren't there yet, but it makes me sad when I see how tall my boys have gotten in the
Oh
deep
my gosh.
voice.
When I hear, oh my gosh, yes, the voices, because I'm like, that sounds like a man.
Yeah.
Like, she does not have a little boy voice.
I know. When we saw my family, everyone was like, oh my gosh, look at him. So, yeah, they grow up fast.
I know. So enjoy the precious present, and that is what life is about.
Yes.
Happy
Well,
holidays.
happy holidays. Be sure to follow us on our socials. We're on Facebook and Instagram, Nostology Podcast.
Thank you for joining us, where we hope you make the best of your nest.
Bye.
Bye.